Facebook.com/JoyNewsOnTV and on Twitter is @JoyNewsOnTV. We're rather starting on a sad note because a 10-year-old boy has died after he suffered some complications following a 75 milligram of naclofene drug administered to him at the Tema General Hospital. Mother of the deceased says the doctor had asked her for a 50 milligram of the drug to be given to her son, but the pharmacist changed it. But upon notifying the doctor, she directed that the drug be given to the son. Very sad story. But the question remains, do you just take drugs because they've been prescribed by the doctor, or do you do your own research about the drugs before taking them?
I take it outrightly because I see the doctor to be an expert in his field. So when I'm not feeling well and I go to the hospital, I tell the doctor what I'm going through. He gives me the drugs. I come home and I take them straight up because I think he knows what he has given to me. I cannot go to a pharmacy and do the OCT over the counter. I can't do that one.
I talk to the doctor about anything I need to know in the consulting room before I go get my drugs. And when I get my drugs, according to the directions given by the nurse or the pharmacist or whoever is at post, I take them when I'm supposed to. So if I get the drugs and I'm supposed to take it, I'm supposed to take it at that time and then take it 12 hours later or something, I do just that. I take them outrightly.
Previously, I used to take drugs like anyhow. Even without a doctor's prescription, I do take the drug. But just recently, I fell sick and then I had to go to the hospitals for medication. And the doctor prescribed a medicine for me. But then I didn't take the medicine outright. I had to go on the internet, Google, and then find out the effects of the medicine because I have not taken it before. So the best thing for you to do is if a doctor prescribes a medicine for you, just Google. Find more information about the medicine before you take it. To me, that is what I've been doing since.
Well, I take it as it was given or as it was prescribed because I believe he's an expert in his field, so there's no need for me going to have another inquiry before I take the drug.
So it's quite interesting how things turn out. But of course, professionally, if you go to the hospital, Israel, and the doctor is in his chair as a doctor, you want to believe whatever he prescribes for you. Let's check out what you've been saying on Facebook.
Michael Asari says, I never take prescribed medication without researching on it over the internet. This is based on personal experience, where vigilance on my part led me to discard a drug with far-reaching consequences that was prescribed for me some years back by a doctor. Kwesi says, in Ghana, apart from selected few who only take drugs upon prescription, the chunk of the populace are victims of self-medication, which I am part. I buy drugs based on my past experience. Isahaku says, drugs should be taken upon prescription prescribed by a qualified medical practitioner. However, drug peddlers have taken over our villages selling expired and unprescribed drugs, hence the need for the Ministry of Health to rise against these drug peddlers.
And Kingsley Wisdom King says, independent research? Hell no. I'm not a doctor. How do I research? What sort of research are you guys actually talking about? Yeah, just like you heard the lady, at least go to Google and also read about that drug. Probably you could find something that will be of help to you. Jabezua Arthur says, we hardly think twice when we go to see the doctor. We always trust that we will be healed once he prescribes any crap for us to take. By Jeremiah says, I only buy drugs prescribed by the doctor. This internet search can deceive you because anybody can put anything on the internet. That's also true. So that's why you should always go to very credible sources to get your information. And also, the free senior high school has come to stay, and already people have given many slogans to the policy. I'm not talking about one corner. This time, the slogans I have heard is free SHS. What's your own slogan or tagline for the free SHS policy?
Free SHS, Yapidru. Free SHS, education on the easy go.
Free SHS, our for hunter.
Free SHS, young Konkwa. Free SHS. Yes, sim.
Free SHS, Israel.
That's what I know.
Okay, need do quantum. All right, let's check out what they say on Facebook.
Judicious Drew says free SHS. Dia uhiane ejare. All what you need is bathing. Don't wear anything because we will clothe and feed you for free. Kwesi White says free SHS. All you need is taking a bath and move to the classroom. Free SHS. A delivered promise from an honest president. Free SHS, a right drug NDC can never swallow. Jonathan says free SHS, intervention for the less privileged. By Jeremiah says free SHS, a source of human resource for nation building. Benjamin Danso says free SHS, all you need is to wake up in the morning. Bathing is an option.
Safety SARS says when I say free SHS, then you reply back. All you need is to bathe and go to school. Sally Setre says, what? MPP Youth Organizer hopeful. Okay, I can't get what you're... And he says, I beg you, can... Okay, you're just deviating from what we're discussing. Nasir Hassan says, free SHS, all you need is your trunk, then you're ready to go. And Berima Kwabaji from Ginger says, this is what? Kotobe... Israel, what's that?
Kotobe
Kotobekumba or something like that. Is that it? Okay, so he says this will throw quality to the dogs and produce what I call unwanted SHS graduates. A typical example is a midday news. Okay, well.
So they're talking about the bulletin Anchored, where Richard Kojunyako report said he said students got aggregate 28 and 30 had been placed in Fanscom to read science and were crying profusely because that's an impossible task. Unemployment from private SHS is eminent.
Michael Asari says, free SHS, all you need is your chop box and trunk. Onapo. And Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, take your bath or shower and go to school or class, period. Tahir Dabri says, free SHS, good to go. Free education should be next step or option. And those are some comments. Apao Kwejo Simon says, free SHS, the syndrome for the dead goat and lame horse. Nicholas Permanent says, you only need to buy Sopata for your ward. Interesting comments there. But it will surprise you that a Silicon Valley CEO has revealed her secret to getting ahead in business. She says she dyed her blonde hair brown and ditched her heels and contact lenses. That was when people started taking her serious. And Aileen says after her blonde hair, she was likened to Elizabeth Holmes, owner of one of the successful companies in the world, Theranos. A question, to what extent would you go to make people take you serious at the workplace?
Maybe I'll put on heels for confidence, because I think if one has to look serious, the person has to be confident, the person has to be articulate, and also the person has to be very bold. So I'll put on heels, maybe a block heels or something that will complement confidence on my outward appearance.
First of all, I'll make sure that my dressing is decent and suitable to the work that I'm going to apply or the work I'm going to do. I'll take my shirt, my world ironed trial, yes, with my lens updated, yes, because I can see that it's outmoded, yes. Yeah.
Well, being punctual at work, and then when you get to work, you are being serious with your activities, not chatting on your phone, you know, doing your work duties. That makes you very much serious, and you'll be taken serious at work.
Or I'll be punctual. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll go to work on time, and I'll do whatever they want me to do. It depends on which work in particular. So maybe if it's mine is to be signing documents and stuff, I'll make sure I do it. And I won't be using my phone during work time, because anything can happen. There'll be distraction and all. So I'll make sure all those things that distracts me, I'll put it aside and concentrate on my work. Yeah.
Some advice there, but let's check out what you've been posting on Facebook.
Nasir Hassan Yayuma says, honest and truthful, dying and ditching whatever is all vanity. I'm skipping Kwesi Watson's. Michael Asari says, by sticking to issues on ethical grounds and the golden rule principle and resolve not to compromise on quality and professionalism. Prince Nuruddin says, just be honest, punctual and hardworking. Apao Kojo says, I would have to lead by example in all aspects of my leadership for my subordinates to emulate.
And Judicious Odro Eric writes, people will begin to take me serious when my actions go with my words and my prophecies. Okay, so you are prophesizing already, Pastor Judicious. And this Mondo Clay says, being honest, that's all. And Ahmed Tijani says, like, seriously? Okay, like that. And Mickey says, honest is the key. Yes, so he wants you to be honest, and people will take it serious. All right, so